guys. Today, I've started to think and think and think. And I'm thinking, I thought, hey, why not start reading Warriors Read Aloud to you guys? So I'm going to start doing that. Warriors books by Erin Hunter, the cute little kitty. This is book. This is The New Prophecy. Black Star. Okay, sorry. And stop it. And yeah. So we're gonna do this. We're going on chapter 1. I'll be right back with you. Please wait a second, guys. Okay. Yeah. So, let's start. Really nervous. Leaves rustled as the young tabby cat slid through a gap between two bushes. Sorry. His jaw is wide open to drink in the scent of prey. On this warm night in Lake Greenleaf, the forest was full of the scuffles of tiny creatures. Movements twitched endlessly at the edge of his vision, but when he turned his head, he could see nothing but thick clumps of fern and bramble, dappled with moonlight. Suddenly, he stepped out into a wide clearing and gazed around in confusion. Stop it! Sorry, guys. He could not remember being in this part of the forest before. Smooth cropped grass, glowing silver in a cold wash of moonlight, stretched in front of him as far as a softly rounded rock where another cat was sitting. Starlight sparkled in her fur, and her eyes were two small moons. The young tabby's bewilderment increased as he recognized her. Blue Star? He meowed, his voice shrill with disbelief. He had been an Appert since when the great leader of Flounder Clan had died 4 seasons ago, leaping into the gorge with a pack of bloody, hungry dogs after her. Like all her clan, he had grieved. He had grieved for her and honored her for the way she had given up her life to save them. He had never thought to see her again, and he realized for the first time that he must be dreaming. Come closer, young warrior, Blue Star meowed. I have a message for you. Shivering with awe, the tabby Tom crept across the shining stretch of turf until he got crouched below the rock and could look up into Blue Star's eyes. I'm listening, Blue Star, he mewed. A time of trouble is coming to the forest, she told him. A new prophecy must be fulfilled if the clans are to survive. You have been chosen to meet with the 3 other cats at the new moon, and you must listen to what Midnight tells you. What do you mean? The young cat felt a prickle of dread, cold as snow melt, creep down his spine. What kinds of trouble? And how can Midnight tell us anything? All will be made clear to you, Blue Star replied. Her voice faded, echoing strangely as if she were speaking from a cavern far beneath the earth. The moonlight also began to go dim, leaving thick black shadows to creep out of the trees around them. No, wait! The tabby cat cried out. Don't go! He let out a terrified yell, "Wow!" flashing his paws and tail. As darkness rose up and engulfed him, something poked him in the side, and his eyes flew open to see Gray Stripe, the ThunderClan deputy, standing over him with one paw raised to prod him again. He was scuffling among the moss in the warrior's den, with the golden sunlight leaking through the branches above his head. Brambleclaw, you crazy furball, the deputy meowed. What's all the noise about? You'll scare off all the prey from here to the fortress. Sorry. Brambleclaw sat up and began picking scraps of moss from his dark fur. I was just dreaming. Dreaming, grunted a new voice. Brambleclaw turned his head to see the white warrior, Cloudtail, heave himself out of a mossy nest nearby and give a long stretch. Honestly, you're as bad as Firestar, Cloudtail went on. When he slept in here, he was always muttering and twitching in his sleep. A cat can't get a good night's rest for all the prey in the forest. Brambleclaw twitched his ears to hear how disrespectfully the white warrior spoke about the clan leader. Then he reminded himself that this was Cloudtail. Firestar's kin and former applicant, well known for his barbed tongue and ready scorn. His impudent talk didn't stop him from being a loyal warrior to his clan. Sorry if I'm speaking wrong. Cloudtail gave his long furred white coat a shake and slipped out of the den, flicking the end of his tail at Brambleclaw in a friendly way to take the sting out of his words as he went by. Come on, you lot, meowed Graystripe. It's time you were moving. He picked his way through the moss on the floor of the den to prod Ash for a wake. Hunting patrols must be going out soon. Bracken is organizing them. Right, Brambleclaw mewed. His vision of Blue Star was somehow fading through her ominous message echoed in his ears. Could it really be true that there was a new prophecy from StarClan? It seemed fairly unlikely. For a start, Brambleclaw could not imagine why she would choose to give it to him. Of all the cats in ThunderClan. Medicine cats will frequently receive signs from StarClan. And ThunderClan's leader, Firestar, had often been guided by his dreams, but they were not for ordinary warriors trying to blame his wild imagination on too much fresh kill the night before. Brambleclaw gave his shoulder one last lick and followed Cloudtail through trailing branches. The sun was barely above the hedge of thorns that surrounded the camp, but the day was already warm. Sunlight lay like honey on the bare earth in the center of the clearing. Sorrelpaw, the oldest of apprentices, lay stretched out beside the ferns that sheltered the apprentices' den, sharing tons with her denmates Spiderpaw and Shrewpaw. Cloudtail had gone over to the nettle patch where warriors ate and were already gulping down a starling. Brambleclaw noticed that the pile of fresh kill was very low. As Graystripe had said, the clan needed to hunt right away. He was about to go and join the White Warrior when Sorrelpaw sprang up and came bounding across the clearing toward him. "It's today!" she announced excitedly. Brambleclaw blinked. What is? "My warrior ceremony." With the morale of happiness, the tortoiseshell she-cat hurled herself at Brambleclaw. The unexpected attack bowled him over, and they wrestled together on the dusty ground, just as they used to when they were kits together in the nursery. Sorrelpaw's hind paws battered Brambleclaw in the belly, and he thanked StarClan that her claws were seethed. There was no doubt that she would make a strong and dangerous warrior, one that every cat would respect. All right, that's enough." Brambleclaw cuffed Sorrelpaw gently over one ear and scrambled up. "If you're going to be a warrior, you'll have to stop behaving like a kid." A kid!" Sorrelpaw meowed indignantly. She sat in front of him, her fur sticking up in clumps and covered with dust. "Me? Never! I've waited a long time for this, Brambleclaw." "I know, you deserve it." Sorrelpaw had ventured too close to the thunderpath while she was chasing a squirrel on the leaf. A two-legged monster had struck her a glancing blow, injuring her shoulder, while she lay in Cinderpelt's den for 3 long, uncomfortable moons, under the gentle care of the medicine cat. Her brothers Sootfur and Rainwhisker had become warriors. Sorrelpaw had been determined to follow them as soon as Cinderpelt declared her fit enough to begin training again. Brambleclaw had watched how hard she had worked with her mentor, Sandstorm, until her shoulder was as good as new. She had never shown any bitterness at being forced to train for several moons longer than the usual apprenticeship. She really deserved her warrior ceremony. I've just taken fresh killed fern cloud, she mewed to Brambleclaw. Her kits are beautiful. Have you seen them yet? No, not yet. Brambleclaw replied. Ferncloud's second litter of kits had been born only the day before. Go now, Sorrelpaw urged him. You've just enough time before we hunt. She sprang up and danced a few steps sideways as if all her energy had to go somewhere. Love you too. Okay, guys, we're going to end today because it's already been 16-something minutes. So, yeah. And I'll see you later. Goodbye. Bye. Warrior. Okay. Say bye-bye to the pretty kitty. Kiss the kitty.